blessed day. I hope everybody is super, super safe out here in the world right now. It's once again another crazy day. I've got, it's not breaking news. I reported on it about 4 hours ago, but it's still an ongoing situation, so we're not getting any information on it yet. But there was a shooting at a school in Maryland. We know that the school is locked down, and we know that we have confirmed that one shot in the area was confirmed. So there's a heavy police presence there at that school in Maryland. So in the name of Jesus, we pray that everybody's okay. And this is horrible that these things keep happening at schools and churches in our country right now. But this is the spirit of Antichrist upon us. So we got a good amount of stuff to get into tonight. There's a lot of news and a lot of no news out here as usual. So the Democrats are super pissed after the unredacted Epstein files came out today. Did you see how mad they were that all he could talk about was that same old email that's already been debunked and we all have? Oh, they were pissed about that, bro. That's why he knew what they were leading up to when they were asking that question. That's why he kept mentioning other people's names. It's fucking hilarious. But we're going to get into the full stories in a minute here. But I'm sure you've all heard what this Democrat, Gene Wu, is saying about minorities taking over the country and white people being the oppressors. Blah, 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 yada, yada. We're going to get into that. Andy Nogue, Portland anti-ICE activist caught on video firing look-alike gun at live streamer from moving car. Could have just said, anti-ICE protester, activist, pointing a fake gun in his direction. It didn't have to word it like that, but still, that's where we're at. Man accuses Florida bar manager of being racist for making the switch from Bad Bunny to Patusa All-American halftime show, which we're going to interview this guy, by the way, as soon as I get up that way, because that's literally the next town over. That's where I speak at all the school board meetings at, is in Sarasota. So we're actually going to talk about the fact that his song was talking about some really crazy shit when you translate it into English, and what a disgrace that was last night. Yeah, but I don't watch football, so I didn't watch the Super Bowl anyway, But we got a lot we're going to talk about. But, yeah, so that's going on at this bar over here in Florida. So, like I said, we're going to take an old drive up there in the Trump truck with we got our new White Lives Matter shirts that I'm doing up tomorrow. So we're going to be taking those over to Sarasota, some America First shirts. I'm going to print up some signs for the guy I showed you. I'll show you the thing in a minute here. It gives all the information on how to contact ICE and how to get illegals deported. So we're going to donate a couple of those to him this week. And literally like 25, 30 minutes up the road from me. So it's not like it's going to be a massive drive for me to get over there and cover this guy. But he's all over the news right now, which I think is weird because it's just some lib. I literally posted a video just like this an hour or two ago. That's how bad it's getting in Florida. I got attacked twice while I was out in town today because of my Trump truck and my shirt. It's fucking retarded, man. And one of them was an Australian guy that said they're not communists in Australia. And then when I offended him, he proceeded to try to pick up his phone and call the cops. I said, so wait a minute, you're not communist, but you want to call the cops on me in America right now because I offend you. So that's what we're dealing with. Ghislaine Maxwell, Jizzy Maxpad, has pled the fifth. So that was all a big show for nothing today. 60% of illegal immigrants detained by ICE in Trump's first year back had criminal records. It doesn't matter if they have a criminal record or not. The moment they came into this country illegally, they had a criminal record, period. It's the literal definition in the law is criminal alien, not undocumented immigrant, not fucking illegal alien. It's criminal alien, not illegal immigrant. It's criminal alien, illegal immigrant invader, if you want to put it in a sentence in proper syntax. But that's how that works. Pro-ICE, that was pretty fucking funny that the pro-ICE from border security nonprofit aired during the Super Bowl last night. The irony of that was funny. The Bud Light or the Budweiser commercial was fantastic for all America, so they learned go broke. So plus Tapusa's halftime show is officially in the record books as the largest broadcast on YouTube. 6.17 million fucking concurrent viewers, like 180 million viewers altogether. So, I mean, yeah, they did pretty motherfucking good. Bill to prevent sex offender housing in Washington neighborhood blocked by Democrats. Of course it was. You don't want voter ID because all of your voters are illegally in this country and they wouldn't be able to vote. And you're a bunch of pedophiles, so you fucking prevent sex offender housing bills from fucking existing in your cities. 2 more people died from it being too cold under Mom Donnie's watch yesterday. So that's 17, 18, 19 people now that he can't keep warm with his socialism that have died in the cold weather. When's the last time you heard of, like, people dying inside their fucking house because of cold weather in New York? It always gets cold as fuck in New York. What are you talking about? Fucking New York. It smells like ass and garbage and fucking throw up, and it gets cold. And it's got some good fucking pizza, man. It used to have Donald Trump, but, Okay, this is like, we're just going to go straight into this one because, first we'll say Brandon Johnson admits Chicago saw 30% drop in homicides after Trump crime crackdown. Beautiful. Finally. And he's one of the main ones that's like straight up partisan on one side. So, good. That's a good thing. A lot of stuff about the Super Bowl that I just don't really give a fuck about. Why the sporting event is fucking being talked about when in Italy right now, because of the Olympics, they're being fucking rioted and fucking berserk by the fucking Italians right now over immigration raids here in America. The fuck does that make sense? Who the fuck's deporting Italian people? You don't come to America. That's just the legal way. I don't know. I've never seen an illegal Italian in my life. Most Italians in America are generationally here, or they're here visiting family members that are generationally here. But they're rioting in Italy. Maybe it's the Muslims that have taken over. Maybe that makes more sense, right? Oh, I must have misunderstood. Sorry, guys. Andy Nogue. Why did I switch over to that? Andy Nogue, reporter, Texas Dem. Don Lemon is comparing himself to a civil rights leader because he literally violated the law like a big fucking terrorist pussy that he is and knew what he was doing, knew exactly what he was doing, stormed inside of a church. He's bragging about baby children with their parents huddling around them, literally brothers and sisters of Christ, huddling around these children in circles while the children are crying and the parents are in fear for their lives while these people are tearing up their fucking church. He's bragging about this. He's a civil rights, he's in the level of a civil rights leader because of this. Listen, man. Look, before 5 years ago, I never even thought about race. Before 9 months ago, it was like, okay, I'll make some jokes about it. But at this point, when your representatives, and I know this is from 2024, and I called this story out back then, but when your representatives, let's take a look. Hold on. First, you got to get a look. Here's the culprit that's pointing fake guns at white people in the streets. Here's your culprit. Would have never guessed that, right? Would have never guessed that. I'll get into my tirade in a minute here on facts of history and things that have happened and why white people aren't your oppressors. And if they are, then you're probably the most retarded civilization in the fucking world. If we'll get into that in a minute. We'll leave that on a cliffhanger right there. So, me reading it doesn't do it justice, but I've had many people tell me they would rather me read the stories for them than let them hear it. But when you watch him say it, and you see the fact that he was literally born in the United States Communist Party of China, and then came here, and then how the fuck is he even a representative of this country in the first place? And then second of all, everything I'm about to tell you is right out of the Marxist handbook. Okay, everything he's about to say is right out of the Marxist handbook. This is how communists take over your country, and they're winning. Because let me make this very clear. Okay, and I don't even want to have to say it like this. This is going to be very offensive to Republicans. But if I switched my voting rolls to Democrat right now, and I went out and I campaigned for Democrats, 1,000 motherfuckers would rally behind me before the end of the week. 1,000 motherfuckers would come out here and rally for my cause by the end of the week, without even knowing what the fuck it is. But because I'm a conservative, constitutionalist, Christian, whatever the fuck you want to call me, proud-ass, white American motherfucking savage-ass piece of shit, sinner, whatever you want to call me, it's not the same with the Republicans, and that's why they're losing this war. That's exactly why. They're just sitting back, oh, this can never happen. It's happening everywhere. Not paying attention. Holy fuck, you're not paying attention. They just busted a kid, murdering babies, fucking them while they're stabbing them in the head and smiling about it on a Discord with thousands of other teenagers that feel like this. An entire generation. The kids aren't in the streets. There are no kids to be in the streets. The generation that's kids would be in the streets right now didn't have the kids. They aborted a third of their population. They unalived through suicide 0.1% of their fucking population. You add up all the things that have destroyed Gen Z and Gen Alpha, and that's why there's no children. It's not that kids are inside playing video games. There's no kids. There's no children. There's teenagers from my generation and the generation right after mine, but there's no kids. There's no children. And just starting fucking like bunnies right now ain't gonna solve that problem. You know what I mean? It's not gonna solve that problem. It'll solve that problem for later on, for another 18, 20 years down the road. Realistically, 25, 30 years down the road, you know what I mean? Until they grow up to that age. But it's not going to solve that problem. So we got to get AI fixed to where it has specific stipulations. I'm not going to lie. AI helps, but we can't have it where it does everything for you. You got to have it where it has, you at least have to put the parameters in and use your fucking brain. And there has to be a constitution against the AI. It has to have parameters of what it can do and what information it can take and where it can get it from. It has to. It can't be linked to any foreign servers whatsoever if it's in America, period. It cannot be linked to China. It cannot be linked to fucking anywhere if it's AI that's controlling shit in America. Then we got to get our hydraulic robotics program systems up and running like a motherfucker, like they have in China. That's why China has dogs that are made out of robot dogs guarding their fucking shores, because they knew they were having a population collapse. So what did they do? They put their kids on their version of TikTok, teaching them astrophysics, hydraulic robotics, and fucking outright fucking nothing but mechanics, engineering, and scientific shit. Now all of their kids are super smart AI wizard motherfucking techno builders, and they're building fucking all these machines over there that can do the jobs that they can't do until there's another population. Elon does have that in the bag right now. Well, I mean, after the deep dive into the Epstein files, holy fuck, man. Do you really want a computer chip in your brain so everybody else can read your fucking brain? I don't. Holy fuck, we would all kill each other. There would be no population left. If we could all read each other's minds, we'd all be in prison, or we would all fucking be dead. Because that would be crazy. First of all, it would be a full solid at least 72 hours of nothing but just pure awkward silence. The whole planet would just be silent and awkward, except for the weird perverts and the weird-ass fucking weird people. Everybody else would just shut the fuck up and go in their house. Like, oh my God, he just heard that. Oh my God, oh shit. That would be horrible. It's a horrible idea. Helping people, paraplegics, walk, beautiful. Helping people that have lost limbs actually be able to use the fucking fingers of the robotic instruments, wonderful. Learning how to hook up nerve endings to fucking, bionic mesh to control that shit, beautiful. Let's do it. Let's run that shit. Let's get into quantum mechanics. Let's get into quantum physics. Let's get into all that shit. Let's keep all the gay shit out of it. Let's keep all the fucking politics out of this shit. And how about we focus on the fact that we have Texas Dem Jin Woo says minorities can now take over the U.S. to make things fairer. So first of all, let's say history does not agree with that at all. They say, well, there's more of us than you white people. There was more of all of you when we started America. We were the smallest army, and now we're the biggest army. So, I mean, fuck. Okay, let's make this clear. White people did not go to Africa and take black people. Arabs did, and black people. First of all, let's make this other very clear. You're so civilized and you created so much that your population, your culture, is the smallest population and culture in the fucking world. Hands down, period. Because you're so civilized and you're so far advanced than everybody else. You're the oldest culture. You were here before everybody. And we're the youngest culture. But we're the most civilized. We have toilets. We have clean water. We don't get sick. We don't have diseases. We have abolished diseases that are in all of your countries. We have toilets. We had clean water up until you left. You started coming to my community. Still 750,000 slaves in Africa, legal slaves. Wow. But you're stronger than us. But never in the history of time has any other culture, except for the Egyptians and the Romans, fought their way out of slavery, except for us. Weird that you would still, oh wait, you are. Oh shit, you are slaves in every one of your countries. Fuck, that's weird, right? But we're horrible, we're oppressors. But we fought a fucking war. We're the only people, the first fucking people, besides the Christians and the Jews, that fought a fucking war so you can be free. Man, that's horrible. Oppressors. God, we're oppressors. We're oppressors. Not only did we set you free, but we started affirmative action after the civil rights fucking movement that literally made it to where things were skewed more your way than our way to give up the inequality and make it more diverse, equitable, and inclusive for you. Okay? Using your terminology. Not only did we do that, but then it went even further to where there are all black colleges and all black businesses in America, but there's not allowed to be any other all other culture business. Oh, wait, no, there is, except for white people. Only white people can't have an all-white business without being sued into oblivion for going against the civil rights. Wait. Systemic racism from white people. Wait, you mean like, hold on. Where's that at? You mean like in Haiti where you eat people still? And literally a cannibal named Barbecue took over the country just recently. Oh, it's still running the country. And eats people for fun, not even for sustainment. Man, that's a civilized fucking culture. Or like in Africa, where you can't keep the water wells that Mr. Beast donated himself. 100 water wells. 1 year they collapsed. Didn't know how to keep them clean. Couldn't keep the water clean. So civilized. God, just create so much. Create so much. You don't have septic systems. You don't have sewer systems. You don't know how to get clean water out of the ground. Keep it clean. Weird. Oh, guess who does? We do. That's why you all come here. We're horrible. We're oppressive. We're terrible. You do realize you get rid of all the white people, then it just goes right back to where you were, right? You do get that, right? Kind of seems like white people keep things civilized in our country, huh? Weird. No. What are the statistics? 12%? Well, not even 12% anymore. Now you've imported so many people that black people are like 3% of the country. So 3% of the country commits 50% murders, 57% of all violent robberies. Weird. Fucking weird. Even if you want to give it 12%, 12% of the country commits 67% combined all of the violent crime in the country. Very civilized. Very civilized. Every black community is fucked up and gang-ridden, and we're the oppressive, horrible, savage white people. Ooh, be scared of us. Be scared of us. We might open a church in your community and pray for you. We might give you some free food out of our church. Holy fuck. We might get jobs and pay taxes so you can have free shit. Holy fuck. We're so oppressive. Don't worry. We're not going to move to your community and make it better for you. Don't worry. We won't do that. We won't be that oppressive. We will not move into the ghetto and get you some programs. We won't do that. Don't worry. So Obama didn't do that. You know where Obama took free phones to? To the suburbs. He sat out in front of Walmarts and gas stations and Circle K's in the suburbs where poor white folks were. Weird, huh? Weird. And he deported what? 9.2, 12 million plus people while he was the deporter in chief? Weird. But us white conservatives were so bad. Horrible. Horrible. If you want to get technical about it, the way we're kicked off right now, if we get to hard numbers, Joe Biden deported more people than we're, if we stick at these numbers. So, I mean, horrible. Like Jasmine Crockett says it, right? Down here in the South, right now, she just said this last week, down here in the South, we white folks are lynching black folks in trees for fun. Where the fuck is this happening? Where the fuck? I can get some content, bro. Where the fuck's this shit happening? Let me go find this. Where? I live in the deepest south part of Florida you can be, motherfucker. Southwest, straight up south-ass Florida. We got Arcadia, where they literally still have the lynching tree with the noose in the motherfucker right next to me. Where is this happening? Because ain't a motherfucker been lynched in that thing in 155 motherfucking years, bro. Where's that happening? Holy fuck. Tell me. Man, I've pulled bullets out of fucking Ruby Ridge in Georgia. I've never seen people getting hanged out there. I pulled bullets and arrowheads off the grounds in fucking Pikeville, Tennessee on Cherokee Ridge by Luminary Mountain doing the 12-day fucking hike. Never fucking saw black people being lynched out there. Where is this happening? How much deeper south can you get? You know what I mean? I can't figure it out. So once we figure that out, we'll crack the code. Like, if you just go watch the short video of what happened at Walmart Market today, the moment I asked him for facts, I started recording the moment he pulled his phone out. Like, okay, it's okay, well, I'm going to record you because I can get some fun out of this. But I'll be honest, I thought he was a Trump supporter because all you could see on his truck was Trump. You couldn't see the part where it said thumbs down Trump. All you could see was Trump, so everybody probably assumes he's a Trump supporter. But he's from Australia. He was a communist. But the moment I asked him for facts, he got mad. He got angry. He wanted to immediately be violent. I'm like, look, can you show me? Because he immediately said Trump is a convicted rapist. I said, never happened. Never, ever. He was never convicted of rape. Ever. Ever. Not once. And he said that Trump killed innocent fish. He said, I was a sailor in Australia. And I can't do an Australian accent. And he killed innocent fishermen. I said, I've got the video if you'd like to watch it. I said, I've got the unredacted Pentagon video that they've now released that I actually went into the files and pulled out. If you would like to watch it. No, I didn't want to do that. No, I don't need to see it. No. If you don't need to see the video, then you need to shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Guys, can you agree with that? Even you on the left? If you don't want to see the facts, you don't want to see the truth, you just want to hear out of your asshole, then just shut the fuck up. Stop talking to people. Mind your own fucking business. That's all this guy had to do. He called me over to talk to me because he saw my truck when I first pulled in. He waited for me to walk around the whole fucking shopping center selling shirts at different fucking shops until I was walking back to my truck. That was like 25 minutes he stood in the fucking 75-degree sun just to tell me how much he hated Donald Trump. And I shook his fucking hand and I said, well, that's your right, buddy, okay? And walked away. And that's when he said, well, fuck you too. And I said, well, fuck. Now I have to say something. Because shit. Ran into another incident where I went up to the auction market. Mr. Trump man. Oh, everything's gone. About anything patriotic, anything Trump, anything. They don't want any more Trump memorabilia. They don't want any American memorabilia. They don't want any Christian memorabilia because a Democrat might see that does business on their websites and cancel them. That's why you're going to lose the war, Republicans, because you're pussies. You're not willing to say, well, fuck that motherfucker. You don't want to do business with me. Okay, I'm going to block you. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a community note on my Google ad page that says, hey, I've got piece of shit, pedophile, dick transitioning fucking weirdos that come on here and troll my shit. So if you see a bunch of bad shit about me, it's probably from those pussies. You know, just go and put community notes on all your shit. Okay. Listen, we're far past this, man. We got this guy. I'm trying to get around talking about this, man. Texas House Democrats, Jin Woo, told a podcast audience on December 2024 that minority communities could take this country. and make things fairer. Woo, what are you going to start giving white people shit? That would be fucking wonderful. Let's make it fair. Fuck, let's make it fair. How about that? Okay, let's make it fair. All that government assistance, let's give some of that shit to white people. How about that? There's a lot of white people who need help. I need some help. Fuck, I've paid taxes since I was 15 years old. Give me some of that help, motherfucker. Shit, I work hard. I'm tired. I'm stressed. I had to shut my shop down today because Shopify wants me to wait 4.5 weeks to get my first payout from their app. I said, oh, fuck that dumbass shit. Heck, I'll go to Amazon. Bezos, at least you're not in the fucking pedophiles, bud. At least I can say that about Amazon. You're not in the motherfucking Epstein files. There's not many other companies I can go to sell my shit that aren't a bunch of pedophiles. I don't want to sell unless I'm selling fucking wood chippers for pedophile shirts on a pedophile site. You know what I mean? Fuck. But I can put a fucking rainbow flag shirt on right now, a fucking dildo fucking hat or a pussy hat, and fucking put a big long dildo nose on and go to a Democrat rally with a fucking butthole, a dirty ass shitty butthole printed on a fucking shirt, literally just a fucking butthole shitting, and sell 100 of them right now. Make that make fucking sense, bro. Literally. I can put a slathery dead baby on a fucking shirt and go sell 1 million of them at a fucking Democrat rally right now. Right the fuck now. And they don't even care about the fucking shirt. They care about their supporting the cause of their fellow comrade. Understand that. Where are the Spartans in our country at? Where are the fucking berserkers? Where are the motherfuckers just eating handfuls of shrooms and running into battle right now? You know, where you at? What's happening? Everybody wants to be a Viking until it's time to do some motherfucking Viking shit. That Viking trend was going on during the motherfucking Biden administration. Oh, you motherfucking Vikings just shut the fuck up real quick, didn't you? You took a big horn of mead right up your butthole, and you just shut the fuck up. Because the moment it was time to get tough, all the Republicans sat the fuck down, haven't they? You heard my news earlier, right? Okay. And I'll be able to 100% verify this. I'm going to do a fucking interview with him. I got a buddy that works for ICE in Fort Myers. All of ICE and Border Patrol in America have been given stand-down orders unless the people have committed a fucking crime. So, bye-bye to mass deportations. I'm pissed about that. And you know why I make videos? Everybody says, oh, you shouldn't talk about it. The Democrats will know. I want them to know. And I want them to know that we're the next option. We, the people, are the next option. We don't care about your cameras. We don't care about their laws when it comes down to that. Understand that. And also, you need to get the fuck on here, every Republican, and say, what the fuck, President Trump? Fuck that shit. Because luckily, our president has a big, fat fucking dick for an ego, bro. And when you stroke that motherfucker on True Social, hey, guess what? The next day, your asses are getting slammed in the fucking asphalt again. Beautiful. They got to start popping some shit off before midterms because the polls came out on Gen Z. And they're like, man, why aren't you smashing people? Have you seen the statistics? Like 85% want Trump to be a lot more dictatorial. So it's that little minority that's getting out here and being loud. Well, it's time for the silent majority to wake up. If you haven't heard my new songs that I actually wrote the lyrics to, yes, I helped me build them, but we're going to be producing a whole lot of stuff like that in a whole different range of genres. I got a big Viking song coming out in a couple days if you like Viking music. I've got fucking dubstep coming out. We've got the rock and roll that came out. We've got some heavy metal that's coming out. All kinds of different shit. I've got video game app that's about to get released. It's an ICE you get to go through, and you're ICE and you're arresting fucking bad guys. It's corny as fuck, but it did, you know, one of those games like Hill Climb Racing that you're fucking just like, oh my god, I can't stop playing this for a little bit. We're gonna fight this culture, guys. We're gonna fucking fight this shit. Once I can get the money, I'm gonna build an app just like fucking X, because you can do that with a lot of these fucking apps that will help you build an app. AI now can help you build an app in a server that can host 10 million fucking people, bro. You gotta wake up, create the fucking culture, get out here, do some shit. You know what I mean? Minority Leader, House Democrats remarks during an interview with journalist Jose Antonio Vargas on the Define America podcast. The day the Latino, African American, Asian, Latino, African American, Asian, and other communities realize that they share the same oppressor is the day we start winning. Because we are the majority in this country now. We have the ability to take over this country and to do what is needed for everyone to make things fairer, Wu said. When asked about tensions between Latino and Asian communities in Texas, well, let me tell you something. The legal Latinos are 100% on our motherfucking side. The legal immigrants are 100% on our side. The people that are actually Americans and embrace America are 100% on our side. You're just assuming that we're going to get all the minorities in America to just rise up against just the white people. First of all, let me explain why that won't work. Because we're stretched out across every facet of this country. And the majority of good American-loving white people have a lot of motherfucking guns, and a lot of them live in a lot of rural motherfucking places. Really hard to get to. And a lot of people ain't going to make it in there. None of them are going to make it out. So it's not possible, for one. It's not realistic. What are you going to do? How are you going to take over this country? What are you going to do? Think you're going to take over the military? Because you're not the majority of the military. You're not the majority of the fucking ABC corporations. You're not the majority of the motherfucking representation. So how are these people going to take over this country? Just because they're... And remember the 3 phases of Muslim and communist infiltration I read to you? First, they're the victim until they're the majority, and then they take over and stick it right up your ass with Sharia law or Maoism or any of those things. Read a book. Read a book. The best book you should read right now is Sun Tzu's Art of War. You can listen to the audio version of it, but your brain's not going to retain it. And it's really fucking boring in the audio version. I'm going to be honest. Most boring book on the planet. But it's very important to read. Or, hear me out. The Book of the 5 Rings by Miyamoto Musashi is another book you should read. Those are 2 guides to every warrior and to everybody that wants to have good strategy. Hell, the army still uses Sun Tzu's Art of War 2,000 motherfucking years later. Okay? So, check that shit the fuck out. A clip of the interview resurfaces on X this weekend, reigniting criticism from Republican officials. Texas Senator Ted Cruz wrote, "The Democrat Party is built on bigotry." Attorney General Ken Paxton called Wu a radical racist who hates millions Texans just because they're white. Utah, yeah, right, and to say this in fucking Texas of all fucking places, which, we can't say that because communists did just win in Texas, didn't they? Utah Senator Mike Lee described the comments as just racism. Americans reject it. Oh! We do have a little picky poo. Is it going to try to make me go to X, though? No.
Gay, Latino, African American, Asian, and other communities realize that they share the same oppressor. Is the day we start winning.
Right there.
Because we
right out of Marx's handbook
in this country now. We have the ability to take over this country and to do what is needed for everyone and to make things fair. But the problem is our communities are divided. They're completely divided. And I talk about this.
Oh, our community is pretty divided. Oh, well, we can just turn your electricity off and your water. Oh, wait, you're used to that. I don't know. There's a special on freedom seeds everywhere right now, guys. You might have to plant them really soon. They're outright telling you. They're coming for you. An ethnic cleansing. What was the other guy? What did he say? Please tell me it's in here. It's not in here, then I'll let you have it on this one. If it's not in here, Stephen Crowder played it earlier. The other guy literally said we need an ethnic cleansing to get this cancer, this immediate fungus, this absolute atrocious race of white people out of America so we can make it a better place. Tell me, honestly, what do you think is going to happen when the people that pay the most taxes in this country and work on the majority of the infrastructure go away. Because whether you know it or not, these people from these third world countries don't know how to work on American infrastructure. They've never had infrastructure before. They don't know how to run electricity grids. They don't know how to do any of that stuff without killing themselves. They don't have that stuff in their countries. They've never worked. They don't even know how to build houses right. They fuck all this shit up. All these old people get scammed. They got to fucking redo shit. They've got a lot of people there, so it makes it look like they're working hard. When in reality, they work for a few hours, then they literally take a nap. That's an absolute fact. I've shown it to you on video all over fucking Port Charlotte, Florida. If they're Spanish, they're taking a nap. And then at 2 o'clock, they're drinking beer on your fucking property, bro. You just don't know it. They're getting drunk the whole day. They're driving drunk down the road. That's all they do is drink. That's it. Not hard workers at all. They don't take care of their equipment. They don't take care of your shit. They come in, they get it done quick, they get paid, and they get the fuck out of there. Tell me, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I can show you 1,000 videos that proves otherwise. I've got videos of them putting fucking rafters with fucking black mold in them in people's houses here in Port Charlotte. It's crazy, the shit that they get away with. It's crazy. Nothing. Nothing's wrong with it. If it were a legitimate fucking company that you could hold accountable, I like money. Fuck, I love money. I just make everybody else fucking money except for myself. I just found out I'm getting thousands and thousands of views on Facebook, but I only have 76 followers. I'm like, you cocksucking motherfuckers. At least give me a like if you will take my shit and share it places, bro. Fuck. At least give me a like. If you're going to clip it and zip it, you can have it. I will never copyright it. I've got 37 fucking notifications from YouTube asking me if I want to copyright infringe people's shit. I'll never copyright it. That's your right to use my shit. I don't give a fuck. It just gets it out there. I don't give a fuck. But at least give me a like and a share and a subscribe. Come on, man. Even if you don't like me, you're using my shit and you're on here. I don't ban you. I time you out for a couple days if you're being an asshole. I've never banned anybody. You know what I mean? So, we're getting close to time for me to go make up some. I am making some homemade cinnamon rolls tonight because I've got a sweet tooth. So I'm going to enjoy that in just a little bit here. We got a decent live coming up tomorrow. We have a pre-planned live coming up tomorrow. I think everybody's going to enjoy it. It's going to be a good one. We're probably going to do about an hour and a half like we normally do. I think I have one more video in here. And to whoever's going into my lives and watching all my shit after I post them, thank you, man. I've been noticing that they're getting fucking way up there lately. I'm very pleased with that. So I don't have it on there, and I don't have it on. I do have it on here. Hold on 1 second. I am going to give you a old sneaky peeky of, where is it? Is it saved in here? Oh, it's not in here, is it? It's on my damn phone. Well, that sucks. Is it in? I do have it. Let me pull my file up, guys. I know nobody's probably still on here, but I'm going to play this as the lead off because I produced it and, well, I wouldn't say I produced it. I wrote all the words to it and I added the variants and the guitar and stuff in one of them. And, but I wrote all the words to both these songs. And then AI helped me produce the song. So, how do I get my damn shit on this laptop over here? Even if you don't like them, I don't really care. I enjoy them. I honestly didn't think, I'm doing it just to play around. I didn't think AI would be able to actually, maybe it didn't. Come on, man. Get off here.
streets calling, shadows falling in the land we love. A tear is crawling. Portland's burning, voices churning, anti-ice jets, lessons of learning. Minnesota's news, a troubling sign, Somali fraud, crossing the line, Antifa's blockades, freedom's delayed. When will the true patriots rise? Come what may, rise up, America, hear the call, before our nation starts to fall. Once the proud with strength of mind, now we'll fade. Tonight it's time to take our country back.
Well, then you can go the fuck away. Personally, I like glass in my ears.
What truth was clear and bright. Now confusion reigns, dimming the light. Kids don't know a woman or what's real. Lost in a world with nothing's to feel. From greatness to demise, a downward slide. Where is the courage? Where is the pride? Our foundation shaking, brick by brick. Time to rebuild before it gets too big. Rise up, America, hear the call. Before our nation's lost to fall. Once the proud respect the night. Now we're fading tonight. It's time to take our country back. Get back to freedom.
And then we got this one here. That wasn't the whole song. The song goes on for like 6.5 minutes on that one. This is more my speed here. I did the words and I added in all the guitar stuff.
Minnesota is under attack. Ice in Portland is on the same track. Ice in California has joined the
I did all the words, I put in the parameters, and AI helped me generate it. I said that in the beginning.
Support your local ice raid.
I'm a writer, I'm not a musician.
All you do is destroy and blame Trump all around. For 57 years, Joe Biden was there. Writing the laws that would prepare the state of America for what you see.
People seem to tend to care. Deadwood Productions just won an $8 million lawsuit against YouTube. They're coming back tomorrow, and they get 64K views per video, and they've got like, again, 5.4 million subscribers. So, I mean, I had almost 1,000 views on this one song on Facebook in 35 minutes. At least our music sounds like music instead of that dumbass shit y'all make with AI. Dumb. Now, there's 4 other versions of this song. I just haven't put them up yet. So you put in the parameters into the app. So I write the words. Then I put in the parameters of the guitar style that I want and all the other parameters. And then you put it into the app, and the app will put it all together for you.
Guys,
And
Blessed Night. That is the Berserker Patriot Store original. I wrote the lyrics to the song.
see, right in there.
I had
tell
AI
you.
put the music and words to it, like the music and people singing it. So, yes, it's an AI song. Yes, I wrote the lyrics to all of the songs I'm releasing.
Tells you right there.
Berserker Patriot Store originals. And, hey, it is what it is. Got to work with what you got to work with.
Can't get people to come together with you, guess what? Guess what's working with me? Guess what's helping me create this shit? If people won't help me create it one way or another, shit's going to get created. Plain and simple. You know what I mean? I forget the name of the app. I just downloaded it like 7 days ago. This new one. I had another one that I've been working with for a while now, and it just wasn't that it wasn't that, I don't know, it wasn't that user friendly, I guess you would say. So let's see, where are we at right now? Okay, let's pull that up. I would do our X end off, but as you know, I called Elon Musk out for being on the old shit list, and I'm timed out on X. Wait. Okay, guys, we're going to end this on this note tonight. I love you. Hope everybody has a blessed night. I got to eat.